Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
You can? Okay, cool. So, today I will be telling a story that I have practiced over the last few hours. I will be telling you a interesting story. So once upon a time, in a small town in Europe or around Europe, we don't know because the town has lost its name since this story has happened. There were three young men, or scholars we call them because there was a college in their small town, which was kind of weird. They were walking down their cobblestone streets of their town to the dance hall. And you might be asking, why are they going to a dance hall? That's kind of weird. Three guys. So what was going on was there is a huge dance that happens once a year, only once a year. And people from neighboring villages and towns and kingdoms would come from hundreds of miles around. They would travel weeks just to get there to participate in this dance. There was food, costumes, and masks. The three men were walking down their street when they saw something that was particularly unfamiliar to them. They saw a young woman in a scarlet dress on the street corner next to the cemetery by herself, staring into the sky. So, Mike, the oldest of the three, thinking he was very gentlemanly and good-looking, when really girls didn't really find interest in him. It was kind of sad. Anyway, he was going to try for another girl to try to go to the dance with, and so he walked across the street, and he walks over there and puts his shoulder right next to her, and he's like, "Hey, you want to go to the dance? I could escort you." And if that was not creepy enough, she was like, "Sure, I'll go." And so, and I'm sure this will never happen to any of you, she just went along with them. And she told them that her name was Scarlet, and she didn't say anything else about her backstory. Pretty odd. Anyway, they walked all the way to the dance hall and had a great time. It was way late at night when they returned. And as they were returning to the cemetery to drop her off like she requested, which was kind of weird, Mike gave her his coat as a insurance that he would see her again when she returned it. It was pretty smart. And so he told her, "Return it to me tomorrow at noon when the bell rings." And so they said their farewells and they went to bed. When they came back the next morning, the bell rang, but she was not there. And a half hour later, she still wasn't there. And then 2 hours passed and she still wasn't there. The only living thing in that cemetery was the gravekeeper, and he was just getting rid of old wilted flowers and putting the new ones in the wooden cups. They only had wooden cups back then. And they asked him, "Have you ever seen a girl in a scarlet dress, or named Scarlet, or anything to do with Scarlet?" And he said, "No, you guys are just pulling my leg again." And yeah, they were like the joke makers of the town. They were real troublemakers. Obviously, you can tell by Mike. Anyway, the gravekeeper told them that Scarlett's grave was a few hundred feet over there. And sure enough, Mike looked over there, and his coat was folded neatly on the grave. And they went to go read it, and all of the dates were scratched off, but they could clearly see that the name said Scarlet. Now, what you can learn from this story is, first off, don't pick up random women off the streets. That's really creepy. Number two, never be like those random people in like horror movies and stuff that are like always going into cemeteries and stuff. That's kind of creepy. And if somebody's just standing at a street corner looking up in the sky, stay away from there. This story, we don't exactly know where it came from, but that is how the town got the legend of the girl in the scarlet dress.